Hello everyone, this is Selena from Essence of the Moon, and in today's video I will be going over part 3 of my collection of books. And if you haven't guessed it already, it is about the goddess Hekate. So I have her statue here. Let me just do a quick show and tell. I have this dark moon water that I had made for myself. Yep. Infused with the goddess energy. So yeah, this is a dark moon water that I collect, obviously during the dark moon, for the goddess. And right here, if you don't already have this deck, I recommend you get it if you are on the Hekatean path. If you are a devotee of Hekate, Ken Payne and Chris Butler, they are on a Facebook Hekate study group that I'm in as well. And when he had posted that he was releasing this, I think I automatically pre-ordered it on Amazon and patiently waited for this beautiful, beautiful deck to come in. So 60 oracle cards. Yes. So that being said, let's start off with our first book here. And I don't want to say this is particularly for Hekate, but Jason Miller does reference Hekate in this book. He is also a devotee. So, Real Sorcery is about success in practical magic. It is a book that aims at change in both the outer and inner worlds beyond a mere spellbook or training course. Real Sorcery is a field manual or successful sorcery written by the professional sorcerer. So attack problems from multiple angles, not just by casting a spell, blend mundane and magical action to ensure success, figure out whether what you are doing is working and fix it. Go beyond reading into magical intelligence gathering, and work most effectively on behalf of others. So he does mention Hekate in this book, which is why here it is. He has a course, Strategic Sorcery 1-year course, The Sorcery of Hekate Training. So he does incorporate her in his book, which is why, because I've already read this, which is why I felt the need to bring this up and include this in here. So the gift, the 3 levels, subtle keys, regular practice, divination and intelligence gathering, influence and persuasion, financial magic, protection and security, love and lust, further strategies, parting words, and the Greek vowels and the 7 seals. So a really good book. Jason Miller, he's an incredible, incredible author. The next one I had already mentioned in the Left-Handed Path, but it was Consorting with Spirits, and again, another Jason Miller book. Here it's throughout history, humans have sought power and knowledge from spirits, learning how to conjure, communicate with, and negotiate with. And I'm pretty sure he mentions Hekate in this book as well. So again, he's a Hekate devotee. Here you have Baphomet, but I have already read this. As you can see, I like using oracle cards as bookmarks. So this is one, I'm not sure where I got this from, but I think that's better than using regular old boring bookmarks. So Consorting with Spirits. So let's get on to the actual books with Hekate in the title. So Courtney Weber, Hekate, Goddess of Witches. Courtney Weber takes us on a journey through the lore, legends, history, and mythology of Hekate, ancient goddess of crossroads, ghosts, and witchcraft, and also perhaps the most beloved goddess today. While exploring the relevance of Hekate for today's pagan practitioner, Weber provides tools, techniques, practices, and suggestions for incorporating Hekate into your own personal, magical, and spiritual journey. So each chapter focuses on a different aspect of Hekate, exploring original mythology, historical context, and contemporary connotations, concluding with spells and personal rituals. The first chapter is a grimoire full of rituals, offerings, and other practices to help readers connect with this extraordinary goddess. The book also explores magical ethics and what it means to be a witch in the 21st century, and best practices for successful witchcraft. So I have read this book multiple times, but I want to look at the chapters that are in here. So meeting Hekate, the witch in the family, torchbearer, the light in the dark, ritual magic and crossroads, goddess of ghost, the dangerous goddess and the dangerous witch, keeper of the keys, mother, foster mother, and fertility goddess, Hecate's grimoire, and conclusion along with acknowledgement, notes, and so forth. So journeying with the mother goddess, prayer to the dangerous goddess, so Hekate isn't a savior. She isn't going to come down, fix everything, and pull you out of the muck. She'll give you the rope, the shovel, the keys, or the torch, and she'll expect you to pull yourself up and out. She isn't a mother in the cookies and milk sense. She isn't going to kiss your boo-boos and make it all better. She's more composed than that, and she expects you to be as well. Hekate is a witch because she's resourceful. She is a person who is leading the march for women's equality. She is a librarian who is able to find you just the right book with only a color and a vague title. She is a friend who says, "Don't worry, sit down, drink some water or wine. I got this." She's a person who keeps a cool head in crisis. She does the work because it needs to be done, not to get accolades. Hekate has had a hand in my life since before I knew it. Most of the time, her signs and nudges were subtle, not blatant. They require you to look a bit deeper. She isn't one to shout. So, speaking of, if you guys watched my ritual oils that I was making, Hekate did not like the heart pink candle. And, dummy me, I should have known that because she was not having it. Mind you, so today I tried doing this again for another video, and I was doing the pink candles, and they kept snuffing out. So I took that as Hekate said, "Heck no, Selena, you better get rid of those and give me some regular candles, anoint them," which I did, and add some offering, some herbs in it, because I'm not taking those horrible pink candles. And you know what? She's right. She deserves better than those horrible pink candles. And she kept snuffing them out. So, and that is her subtle ways, but also it's like the soft, or the shake in the shoulders, like, "Come on, Selena, wake up. You know better than to do this for me." So, which is why I'm doing her video today. Hekatean Magic, a grimoire to invite the goddess to the crossroads in your practice. In this grimoire, a complete new system of magic is presented. It will teach the practitioner how to invite Hekate in their magical endeavors. The approach of this book is based on chaos magic, as the system isn't derived from existing traditions, but rather my own experience with Hekate and the creativity she's inspired to me. What you're holding is a very practical grimoire you can use for addressing the difficulties you're facing, but it's also a kit to ask Hekate to nourish your flame, your spiritual flame, if so you wish. What I share in these pages is meant to be a flexible practice that you can employ whether you are an occult practitioner or a devotee of Hekate. If you're moving the first steps to invite the goddess in your life, this grimoire will still be useful, being user-friendly. So, then Hekatean Magic, you're going to discover a way to work with Hekate's epithets, wield your power through 70 demons or daemons of the Hellenic tradition, and finally you're going to learn about the magic of the Greek alphabet. This grimoire offers a system you can exploit in versatile ways and help you grow your connection with the goddess of the crossroads. If what you're reading sounds exciting for you, wait no more and start summoning Hekate's blessings in your life. If your intentions are sincere, Hekate will grant you the power to unlock your potential today. May the torch be lit, may the torch be passed. So, as you can see, different types of seals in here. And those are seals for the demons or daemons, however you want to call them. And goddess of midwives. Different types of epithets are in here. The rituals for Hecate's ring. And let's go to the beginning. Who is Hekate? I mean, if you want to start off with knowing who she is first, that's a great way to start. So that's the preface, the contents. Who is Hekate? The structure and concepts of this grimoire. The concept of numen, epithetical magic, the rituals of Hecate's ring, what is a demon or daemon, the list of daemons, and stoicheia magic, and something more about Greek alphabets. So, Hecatean magic, and this is by Hecatius Apulensis. And look at that cover, isn't that beautiful? Beautiful, beautiful. The next book is Ever Songs for Hekate, Poetry and Hymns by Sarah Croft. Hekate, the great goddess of magic, witchcraft, life, and death, is striving in the world today at a time when many people don't have a relationship with the divine at all. This book explores Hecate's multifaceted nature through poems, hymns, prayers, and the occasional ritual. While this will not resonate with everyone, the idea is to give you the connections and resources to reach out to the goddess of three ways personally. Sarah Croft has been working with Hekate for over a decade, and as a devotee and visionary artist, she lives in the forest with her spouse and 3 cats, slinging paint and dedicated to Hekate. Her extensive study of Hecate's many epithets over, and then here it has a website, or a website if you want to see that, and you can go ahead and reach into it. So, Ever Songs for Hekate, Introduction to Hekate, Rituals, Preparations and Rites for Introduction, Torches for Hekate, Blessing the Home, Rite of 3 Keys, The Charge of the Ineffable Goddess, Meditations, Pathwork, Spellwork, Hymns, Prayers, Poems, Recipes, Epithets, Rites, and Festivals. So let's go look at the recipes, pages 95 to 97. So Kernips. Kernips is something that you would do when you want to purify and cleanse your space. I actually made a Kernips bottle, like a spray bottle for me to use when I'm doing workings, and I will... Here's my Kernips bottle. I will use this and cleanse my hands if I'm doing any type of spell work or workings. So this is a bottled version of what's in here, which is bay leaf, salt, water. But I do that and make that for myself. So water, sea salt, and dried bay leaf, which is your Kernips. There's another part, a recipe, part 1 and part 2, with bay leaf, cinnamon, allspice, nutmeg, jasmine, myrrh, sage, dried rose petals, dried white oak, birk, and honey, and rose petals, bay leaves, jasmine tea, cinnamon, allspice, nutmeg, chamomile, and myrrh. Ritual oil, you can do almond oil or olive oil, a quartz, small enough to fit in the bottle, and you do this during a specific meteor shower, and then that's a ritual oil dedicated to the goddess with different epithets, monthly rites, foods and plants that are associated with her. So the apples, the coffee, the eggs, the garlic, which, as I always have garlic for her right here. And I also have some of my dog's fur up there as an offering to her, because she is, the hounds are, she protects the hounds. Here's different stones, different type of incense, symbols, keys, horsehair, shed snakeskin, torches, crossroads, dog hair, goat hair, cemetery dirt, bronze, brass, candles, copper. Yeah, so these are all just a couple of the food, plants, incense, stones, and symbols associated with her. So this is Ever Songs for Hekate by Sarah Croft. Next book is Pagan Portals, Temple of the Bones, Rituals to the Goddess by Jennifer Tejeda. She's also in that Facebook group because I do see her name in there every so often. So Hecate's Garden. Let's read the back of it. The Temple of the Bones is a gathering of witches, priestesses, and pagans under the dark moon to honor Hekate through public ritual. This book contains information on witching herbs, daily practices, moon magic, and how the temple seeks to strengthen community through the honoring of the dead. So a lot of this is in like a coven. I am solitary, so I could probably still do some of the things on my own. Like here's an epithet for Hekate, and different types, like the light bearer, the savior, the angry one, three formed, of the stars, of the path, saffron cloak, which is, I think that's another herb that she's associated with because I do offer her some saffron. Vetiver also works for her. Lemon verbena, cypress, dandelion, rue, peppermint, wormwood, and these are all elements of Hekate that you can be mixing together, along with what you're going to be doing with that. So yes, another really good book. So scrying, which I do. And then here's the different herbs in the back as well, like nightshade, mandrake. I did buy mandrake specifically for her, so I do use mandrake as an offering. Poppy, I have a poppy tattoo in honor of her, along with other items for her. Temple of the Bones, Rituals to the Goddess Hekate. It's a beautiful cover, by the way. Entering Hecate's Garden by Cindy Brannan. I'm wondering if she's also in that group because I see all these names everywhere. So entering the Garden of the Goddess, Cindy Brannan offers her extensive insight into plant, spirit, rituals, and witchcraft. This gives poetry, petitions, musings about I'm having a hard time with the words today, so it's almost like the pharmacopoeia, but it's spelled a little bit differently. As you can see, I use this pretty often because I always have my notes and references everywhere. And it talks about Medea. I think Circe is also mentioned in here. If you don't know, those are her daughters. I'm pretty sure Circe is also in here. Yep, Circe's protection. So Medea and, here we go, Circe. So connecting with Circe. Petition her in favors and all sorts of magic. This is another really good book. It gives you ointments, creams, and balms, what to make, how to make them. Lots of recipes in here. The agrimony, properties and correspondences for that, to the goddess. How it's associated with her, indications, formulations, different types of recipes. Here's the American mandrake. Different properties, correspondences, indications, like its planetary ruler, elemental correspondence, so fire and earth and air, Mercury, Saturn, and Moon. Making a seal wax. So yeah, another really, really, really good book. As you can see, I absolutely love this book, and I've used it multiple times. The next book is Keeping Her Keys, an introduction to Hecate's modern witchcraft, again, also by Cindy Brannan. I have also read this book. And then Keeping Her Keys is a blends the keys of personal development, magic, and ancient goddess Hecate together. Topics include the power of prayer, how to create sacred space, and guidance on spellcrafting. So, lunar days, dark moon, days of the week, her wheel, different hymns for her, practice automatic writing, her Dyphon, monthly practice, so every dark moon, Hecate's colors. Oh look, pink is in here, compassion, kindness, and love. But she was being compassionate with me because she didn't like the heart, and I'm okay with that. But it's different types of colors you can use. So again, another really good book, and another really good, these are all really, really, really good reference books if you want to learn about Hecate, or like in the previous book about Circe and Medea as well. The next two books are not specifically her name again, but it's Kobe Michael, and he has, I also had these two books in Baphomet's with the left hand path because of its baneful magic and nightshades. She is associated with a lot of these nightshades, and they can also work for her. So I'm not going to read everything in here again as I did last time. I'm just going to read the contents here. So the basic knowledge of the poison path, a brief history of baneful herbs, which is flying ointment, crossroads on the path of poison. So crossroads again, Hecate, the book of Saturn, book of Venus, book of Mercury, and other magical plants, walking the crooked path, and the other garden. So the poison path, herbal, baneful herbs, medicinal, nightshades, and ritual entheogens by Kobe Michael. His second book that I have, The Poison Path Grimoire, Dark Herbalism, Poison Magic, and Baneful Allies. So here he discussed the path of the dark herbalism, toxic plants, poisonous plants, how to use them properly, because there's a lot of stuff you should not be either burning. I've seen where people are doing Hecate candles and then they put a plant on there that shouldn't be burned. If you're burning that plant, you can have some serious side effects from it because it is a baneful herb, baneful flower. So you have to be really careful who you buy stuff from. Vampiric herbalism, plants that suck. Vampiric qualities, drawing and absorbing life force, constricting, cold, paralyzing, asphyxiating, parasitic, and ephetic, capable of causing death, carnivorous, connections to the dead, connections to blood. So yeah. Psychic vampirism, shamanic vampirism, vampiric herbs, blackthorn, rose, St. John's wort, thorn apple, drawing out harmful energies, and spirit removal. So yes, another really, really, really good book to have for reference when you are trying to work with baneful herbs and do a flying ointment or other types of concoctions using those baneful herbs in honor of Hecate. So that being said, I thank you guys again for stopping in. Anybody new, I appreciate you guys, and I will see you all in the next video. Please take care of yourself, be kind to yourself, and especially nurture yourself. Have a great day, everyone, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.